Hey guys, you got the Bub031 here again, and we're back at the club this weekend here at Ottawa Valley Hotrak. I'm going to take you down into the layout. It's different this time. There's a couple of the modules that came back that were gone for repair, and it's actually a pretty neat layout. So, I want you all to sit back, relax, and enjoy. So of course we are back at St. Anthony's again, and we're going to be heading downstairs into the dark room where we always set up the layout. So just to give you a heads up, this weekend was a British invasion weekend. A lot of people brought some British locomotives that are actually on this layout at this time. So we'll go through that as well in a few little bit. You'll see there's a table full of artifacts. Basically, we were told it was going for free, so grab what you want. So here's our locomotive board. As always, whatever locomotive is out on the layout, we put up on the board so that no one takes the number. Any locals that are free, they stay up on the pole. Any locals that are taken to run the trains are out. They are out on the layout. If you guys want to look at our website, here's a flyer. Just pause the video at the actual website portion for Ottawa Valley Hotrak if you want to take a look at and check out the information. There's our sign out sheet for when we take a train out, and as well all of our train orders and our train passes to take a train on the layout. And then there's all our lists right there of which we want to take out to where we want to go. And then there was also stuff for sale, but there was giveaway. There was a lot of stuff there at the club this weekend. I only went for Saturday, so yeah. All right, so we're going to carry on with the actual layout. So here we are starting up at Ottawa Yard. As you can see, it is a British invasion. We got quite a few. We got the Dominion of Canada right there, sitting in the station. And now we are moving west. Another British locomotive sitting in the passenger yard. Yeah, a couple of diesels sitting up in the engine facility. We're now crossing Rideau River, moving up to M&O Junction. If you go up that way, that's actually the mid loop. You can see Vesta and MP Foods there. But we're going to continue on around the outside here. We're now coming to Vaughan, the intermodal yard. And then we're moving around the corner to Bell's Corners here. We have Bell's Corners, a good little scenery. And then we are up to Rosebush, Kerndale, Kleinwind, and Mine Cloghog. There is some switching here you have to do. A couple of cars here and there. And as you can see, there's quite a few British locomotives sitting right by the turntable. We'll go look at those after. We're now moving towards Hawthorne, and we'll go down the branch lines after, once we do the main line loop. We do go to Pine Point now, coming around to the left, and then we cross Jock River, a little single crossover section. And then we're at Beechburg Siding, where the back of the fiddle yard is, and as well up with Bayview Junction. A little passing and transfer. We then now have Deerfield, another crossover, just scenery. Next is Mandrake, a single siding, and then we have Finch, scenery, and then Cremona, the other side of the fiddle yard. We're now coming up to South Keys, the station platform. And coming back in October for this month, we have Castor River, the fully electronic switching operation here, where all the switching is done by the tablet, where you actually got to hit the tablet switch to actually activate. Wasn't populated just yet, it got populated after. Next we are at Wycliffe, and we're going to go around the loop. So we now have Elwood, which is a 2-track siding and main line. We then come around on St. Lawrence Bridge, nice sweeping curve into Fallowfield Station and crossing. Then after Fallowfield here, we have Prescott crossover. As you can see, with a little bit of scenery. And then we're at Point Pierre. And then Edwards, a lumber facility. And that will basically be the last of the West Loop before we head back down. Like so, because we are now at Wycliffe. Okay. So we're now going to head back to the yard. And we're now going to move east. As you can see, there's Colin Churcher, a.k.a. God, when he's the yard master. So yeah, we had quite a few trains out. We're now crossing over 3 bridges. Then we're up through Apple Hill. Glen Tay Interchange. There's also a recycling plant, bottling facility, and scrapyard. We then come across to Colonnade, which has propane, asphalt, and another transfer. Over the Ottawa River Bridge, and then back to 3 bridges. And then back into the yard and on the main. All right, we're now going to move down Vesta and MP Foods here. We're now in the mid loop. And as well, we're at York River. My apologies. And then looking down to the back end. Now, we're going to be coming down the branch here. We're now crossing Moccasin Bridge off of York River. And then connecting up to Mason Creek. As well with Mason Creek, it actually also goes off towards the back towards Jackfish Bay. And as you can see here, there's quite a few trains. It was a bit of a pileup, I could say. I could say pretty much with that shot right there. That was a bit of a. I actually don't have the word for that. I can't remember the word. Next we have White River, and we also passed over Orleans, another rock. We're now at Adamson, Connaught, Albert's Abyss, and then the end, which is Timber Grove. So now we're going to move to the back side of Mason Creek, because the track actually does go through here, and we're now moving on to Jackfish Bay. Nice long sweeping single track curve. You go through the mountain and you come back out at Long Lac. Another new module that sort of came out is Spanish River here. So we have Spanish River, Wolf Creek, which are modules done by Jeff Hill. Nice long scenery modules. It's a nice long gentle curve. It's fun, especially when it's on the main, to actually get some good run-by shots through there. Next, we have Stillwater right up here. And then we're on to Gary, another crossover. We're now moving up to Willowdale. And then Rock Cut, and then the last but not least, the Turntable. Ooh, just give me a second. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Oh, I got a train coming. Hang on. Okay, now back off of York River, we are running by Green Valley. And then we come up to Fredericks, and basically this connects back up to the Hawthorne end, and we go back out on the main line. We're now moving on to the back end of Beechburg siding, and of course we're in the fiddle yard. And as you can see, there's a couple of trains waiting here. One of them is mine, and we have another British train as well, waiting to go out. Like I said, it was a British invasion. And of course, at the end of Beechburg siding, that's where the layout you can give it on. And at mine Cloghawk, and as you can see, it was a British invasion. There was a lot of British steam there this weekend. I bet you there was probably a lot more stuff on Sunday, but what can you do? I wasn't there for Sunday. I actually had other commitments I had to do. And of course, we're on the back end of Ottawa Yard, getting some good shots of some more British locomotives, and checking out the yard work as well as what trains we would be given from the yardmaster. There was really a lot of trains out. The yard was really empty. And of course, here's all the alpha coatings and car repairs that we have to do and laying out everything. Of course, when you are the yardmaster, you are God. There's Colin Churchill again. Every time he's the yardmaster, he calls himself God. Of course, some other people are getting their stuff ready for putting more trains out and some rolling stock in boxes. This is Mr. Paul Anderson's area, so he runs the JMRI for the club for us on the laptop as well. This is our programming area for ESU and for Digitrax. And here is the main computer that runs the entire layout. And that's it. So this is going to be it for the month of October's layout tour, everyone. I'd like to thank you all for watching. There will be another layout tour coming up next month. And of course, there's going to be more videos, more reviews, more trackside vids, more model railroad trackside vids. So, thank you all for watching. And as always, make sure the signal's green and keep moving down the line.